U.S. President Donald Trump has withdrawn Canada's invitation to join his newly constituted Board of Peace, escalating tensions between the two North American neighbors. In a post on Truth Social addressed to Prime Minister Mark Carney, Trump wrote that the Board of Peace was formally withdrawing its invitation for Canada to join. The post gave no reason for the reversal. Canada had indicated it would join the board but would not pay to be on it. Trump has said permanent members would be asked to pay a $1 billion membership fee to help fund the body. Carney's office did not immediately respond. The Prime Minister had said last week he would accept the invitation in principle. The Board of Peace, billed by the U.S. as a new international organization to resolve conflicts, gives Trump wide decision-making powers as chairman. Its proposed charter does not mention Gaza and appears designed to supplant some UN functions. Trump would serve as chairman for life. The White House says around 60 countries have been invited, with about 35 signing up so far, including Argentina, Egypt, Turkey, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan. None of the other permanent UN Security Council members, China, France, Russia, or the UK, have committed. The UK has raised concerns over the inclusion of Russian President Vladimir Putin. France says the charter is incompatible with its international commitments. Spain has declined to participate. Trump's decision followed Carney's speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, where he warned of a possible rupture in the U.S.-led global order and urged middle powers to band together.
Trump's Board of Peace hits resistance from allies. Norway refuses to participate in the initiative in its current format. UK flags invite to Putin. Canada draws a hard red line. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Ottawa made it clear it will not bankroll Donald Trump's proposed Board of Peace. The price, $1 billion for permanent membership. The answer from Canada, not happening. The message came straight from Canada's finance minister. François-Philippe Champagne told reporters that Canada will not pay the $1 billion fee tied to permanent membership on Donald Trump's proposed Board of Peace. Details, he said, are still unclear, but on the money, Ottawa's position is firm. Prime Minister Mark Carney has accepted Trump's invitation to consider joining the board, but with conditions. He stressed officials have not reviewed the structure, financing, or authority of the body. Any final decision, Carney said, will be based on whether participation serves Canada's interests. According to the proposal, member states would be limited to 3-year terms unless they pay $1 billion each. That payment would secure permanent membership on a board chaired for life by Donald Trump. Canadian officials say no request for payment has been made, and if it is, Canada will decline. Carney made clear Canada's focus lies elsewhere. Rather than funding a new governing structure, Ottawa says its priority is delivering direct financial support to Palestinians in Gaza. The distinction matters and signals discomfort with the board's design.
Another big issue that's going to come up this week is this Board of Peace that President Trump is keen on. I'm not sure whether it's for Gaza or for the entire world, but apparently Canada's been invited. Are you going to join?
We have been invited, and let me start by, I think we should recognize the progress that has been made in at least getting towards the end of the first phase of this process. And the activation, if I can put it that way, of the process to set up the Board of Peace is the start of phase 2. Our view is, and that's to be welcomed, and this is a positive vehicle. Our view is we need to work on the actual structure of the vehicle. You just referenced, is it for Gaza? Well, the UN resolution, Security Council Resolution 2803, references a board of peace for Gaza. That's where we see it becoming immediately operative, and it needs to be, in our view, it's better to be designed in that way for the immediate needs there. There are many other needs around the world, first point. Second point, it needs to coincide with the immediate full flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza. We are still not where we need to be. Conditions still are horrific. So that needs to come alongside. We think there's aspects of the governance and the decision-making process that could be improved, but we will work with others, obviously work with the United States, because we will do anything that we can to improve the situation, the horrific situation there, and to move onto a path to a true two-state solution.
There's a suggestion you can get permanent membership of the Board of Peace by ponying up $1 billion. You going to write a check for that?
We would write checks and deliver in kind to improve the welfare of the people of Palestine. But we want to see it delivered direct to those outcomes promoting peace, and so the mechanics and how it works that way.
Canada is not alone. Norway has gone further, rejecting participation outright. Oslo's deputy foreign minister says Norway will not join the Board of Peace as currently presented. A body chaired for life, expandable to other conflicts, and tied to financial thresholds, Norway says no. Some leaders offered ambiguous responses to the invitation. Italy's Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, said her country was, quote, ready to do our part.
Make a trade deal with the EU.
Less ambiguous was the United Kingdom, which on Tuesday flagged Trump's invitation to his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, to join the board. "We are concerned about reports that Putin and Lukashenko could be members of that board," British Prime Minister Keir Starmer's spokesperson said, before the Belarusian leader confirmed that he would be joining. Putin is the aggressor in an illegal war against Ukraine, and he has shown time and again he is not serious about peace, the spokesperson added. A day earlier, French Foreign Minister Jean Noël said that his country, quote, cannot accept the offer to join at this stage over concerns shared by some European governments that the Board of Peace could undermine the work of the United Nations, which Trump has accused of not supporting his efforts to end conflicts around the world. What was pitched as a peace initiative is now testing alliances. Canada's refusal to pay and Norway's rejection expose growing unease over power, permanence, and price. Trump's board may still move forward, but cracks among allies are already visible.
A new power play is unfolding in the Middle East, and it comes with a price tag. U.S. President Donald Trump is proposing a post-war Gaza order where influence isn't negotiated, it's bought. $1 billion for a permanent seat at the table, and Trump decides who gets in. As ceasefire talks stagger forward, Gaza becomes the arena for a radical new peace experiment. According to Bloomberg, the Trump administration is floating a controversial idea, a Gaza Peace Council, not symbolic, not advisory, a governing body that would shape Gaza's post-war future with one extraordinary condition. Pay more than $1 billion and your seat becomes permanent. The draft charter lays it out clearly. Member states serve a maximum of 3 years unless they pay over $1 billion up front. Those contributors bypass term limits entirely. In effect, money buys longevity and leverage. This is not a UN council. Trump alone decides which countries are invited. Each member gets one vote, but every decision still requires approval from the chairman. And that chairman is Donald Trump. Meanwhile, in Cairo, a Palestinian technocratic committee has quietly begun work. Its job, basic governance, public services, and stability for over 2 million people. The committee is led by former Palestinian Authority official Ali Shath, but it will operate under a higher authority, a Board of Peace chaired by Trump. The ceasefire between Israel and Hamas remains fragile. Key questions remain unanswered: international security forces, Hamas disarmament, enforcement. The political architecture is being built even as the ground remains unstable. Peace here is provisional.